The air smelled like burnt meat and cheap beer. His sister's voice cut through the chatter. If you disappeared tomorrow, no one would even notice. The table erupted with laughter, everyone except me. I raised my hot dog like a glass. Challenge accepted. They thought it was sarcasm. I knew it was a promise. I'd been invisible long before she said it. Married into a family that saw me as decoration, not blood. They talked over me, made decisions around me, left me cleaning up after meals I wasn't invited to enjoy. And my husband? He laughed along with them, always laughed. I used to think his silence was neutrality. Later, I realized it was complicity. I'd given years to people who never once looked me in the eye and asked, "Are you okay?" But in that moment, hearing her words, I understood something with frightening clarity. I wasn't part of their story. So, I would write my own. That night, while they slept off beer and barbecue smoke, I packed a single suitcase. No note. No explanation. Just absence. The house was quiet when I slipped out the door. By dawn, I was gone. They called at first. Dozens of missed calls. His number, his mother's, even the sister who mocked me. I didn't answer. Then came the texts, angry, pleading, confused. Still, silence. I wasn't vanishing in rage. Rage is noisy, messy. I was vanishing in precision. You see, before disappearing, I prepared. Quietly. Separate bank accounts, a rented apartment under a different name, a transfer at work that moved me across state lines. Piece by piece, I built an exit so clean they never saw the cracks forming under their feet. When I left, I didn't stumble. I walked into a life already waiting. Months passed. Their calls grew fewer, messages shorter. Eventually, they stopped altogether. And in that void, something unexpected happened. I breathed. For the first time in years, I wasn't bracing myself for ridicule at a dinner table. I wasn't shrinking in rooms where laughter came at my expense. I was alive. But their world? It didn't stay intact. My husband, once so confident in his family's approval, found himself exposed. Without me to shoulder the weight, cracks spread fast. I knew because silence doesn't mean blindness. Quietly, I watched. His job faltered. His drinking worsened. Family gatherings grew tense. And the sister who mocked me? Divorced. Moved back in with their parents. The empire of laughter I walked away from turned to dust in less than a year. A year to the day after that barbecue, I stood across the street from their house. The yard once trimmed for show was overgrown. A for sale sign leaned crooked in the dirt. Through the window I saw them gathered, not around a feast, not around laughter, but around silence. Empty chairs where friends once sat, hollow faces. Forgotten by the world they thought revolved around them. And none of them noticed me watching. That was the irony. They'd said I could disappear, and no one would care. But the truth was, I disappeared, and they faded. It was never me who was forgettable. It was them. Sometimes people mistake revenge for fire, explosions, dramatic scenes. But the purest revenge is absence. The quiet removal of yourself from places unworthy of you. They expected me to beg for acknowledgement. Instead, I left them to choke on their own. Do I miss them? No. Do I miss him? Not anymore. Because I realized something standing there, watching their hollow reunion. They were never laughing with me. They were laughing at me. And now, no one's laughing. I turned, walked back to the car, and drove away. Not because I had to, because I could. Freedom is louder than their laughter ever was.